How's it going, everyone? We are back again for week 3 of Kicking Rocks with Denny. Sometimes things work out in your favor, and this was certainly week 2 was certainly a positive week for the Kicker article and Denny in general, I'd say.
The kicker brand did okay. In week 2, we had McManus from Denver did exactly what we thought he might do with a positive game script, and then Graham Gano, among many Panthers, had a great day. I believe Gano was the top kicker from week 2. He's probably a chalky play, but honestly, I don't know how many people are looking to pay up for a kicker. And that was, I think, at the crux of people's decision making there.
Honestly, I played early slates, and he wasn't that high owned. He was maybe like 13% or 15% or something like that. And I mean that 18 was literally in those early slates. That was like a winner, you know.
Yeah, I saw. I had a Sunday only slate that was. I think he was 12% in that. So yeah, certainly an advantage there. So that means you guys should listen to us and listen to Denny and read his articles. Well, yeah, we're just looking for the same things week in and week out. So you mind if I get rolling with week 3 here?
Sure. Let's take a look at a high end option here. Who are you looking at as your high end option this week?
Yeah, so Steven Hauschka is the week's top priced kicker on FanDuel. And at this point, with Seattle's offense being what it is, what even is it at this point? I can't invest that much in a kicker who is attached to an offense that's sputtering like that is. So long story short, I'm targeting Justin Tucker, who is, I believe, $300 less than Hauschka. He's playing, the Ravens are playing at Jacksonville. Once again, they have a really solid Vegas implied total. And Jacksonville is giving up a significant number of field goal attempts. I'm looking for it right now. They allowed 4 field goal attempts in week 1 against the Packers, and then a couple in week 2. So anyway, Tucker had a great week last week. I think he'll continue in week 3.
Yeah, definitely see that being the potential there against the Jags for sure. As far as maybe a mid-priced play, you put Dan Bailey versus the Bears here. What are you seeing in that matchup?
Yeah, the Bears are a wreck right now. I guess Jay Cutler is expected to miss the coming week at least, and so Dallas is at home. Bailey has 26 fantasy points through 2 weeks, so he's getting plenty of opportunity, which isn't abnormal. Bailey in 2015 Dallas wins averaged 2.25 field goal attempts per game. The Cowboys are big favorites here. They're 7.5 point favorites as of right now. I believe that could change. That could go up. So, he has a lot of the signifiers that we're looking for going for him, and I expect that Dallas offense to, kind of get what they can against a Bears defense that couldn't really stop a rookie quarterback on Monday Night Football.
Right, and I think if Romo was in, maybe this is a slightly different story in terms of their red zone efficiency. But, with Dak in there, it's just kind of like they get to the red zone, but not necessarily, getting those touchdowns. So certainly agree there. And a quick side note for a second. I mean, was that not just a classic Jay Cutler Monday night primetime game?
Is it ever good for him? I mean, it's just he's just a disaster constantly. I don't really. Injured, throwing picks. He looked like we call him King D Gaff. He looked like he actually gaffed for a while, and then he didn't. So I don't know.
Even just walking off at the end, it was like he just doesn't care. He did, and then he stopped caring midway through the game.
Yeah, but just about this Chicago-Dallas game, it,
Mm,
it it's trending. It's trending in a direction where Dallas will have its way at home, big favorites against Brian Hoyer and company. So I like to grab a kicker in any situation, especially a guy like Bailey.
certainly. Any low priced guys that you're really looking at here?
Yeah, two. The one that I don't mind is Josh Lambo at he's San Diego's kicker at the Colts. He's minimum price. The Colts injury ravaged defense pretty much can't stop anyone at this point. Indianapolis opponents have given up, or I'm sorry, Indianapolis has given up the sixth most red zone opportunities to opponents, which is something we look for as far as kicker opportunity goes. And I think Rivers and company show that they can move the ball okay against a bad defense, even without Keenan Allen. So I think Lambo is a fine play. My preferred minimum price kicker option would be Andrew Franks from the Dolphins. At home, the Dolphins are 10-point favorites against we'll kindly say a reeling Cleveland team. So it has everything going for it. I wouldn't mind teaming, pairing up Franks with Miami's defense this week, just for instance. Both are, I think, really cost efficient daily fantasy options.
Yeah, absolutely. And those were much kinder words than I'd be thinking of, horrific, horrid, tragic. It's just, I don't know much about Cody Kessler, but I do know this could get really ugly really quick. So, yeah, I like both those calls. And, I just see this Colts-Chargers game going back and forth. So I certainly like Lambo as well.
Yeah, anytime you can get a very low-priced guy, whether it be kicker, running back, wide receiver, tight end, a low price guy attached to what could be the week's highest scoring game. And I believe right now I'm looking at Vegas lines. This is the Colts Chargers game is the second highest as far as projected points. So you're right. I wouldn't be shocked if Lambo is a big part of tournament teams this week. But I prefer Franks. He's at home. He's a favorite. The Colts are favored against the Chargers, so that's the one thing that kind of has me hedging with Lambo.
Certainly. Well, hopefully this helps you guys out. We gave you quite a plethora of options here at the kicker position. As always, check out Daily Fantasy Cafe for all our great tools and content. And thanks for tuning in.